I got wine. Hey guys. Oh, my phone's ringing. Hello. Okay, we're live. Lots of people in the chat saying that they're ready. I'm ready too. I'm so excited for today. So, did anyone here receive an email from Tara's product? Ooh, some of you guys did. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay, so what the heck are we doing today? As people are rolling in, I'm letting people join us. I just want to give you a quick reminder about what we're doing. Also, if you missed any of our prior sessions, I just want to catch you up. I want to catch everyone up. And then I have some crazy announcements to share with you today. So that's what we're gonna do today. I have actually like a whole list of stuff I want to talk to you about, but what we're doing here today, can you guys hear me okay? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay. What we're doing today is what we've been doing this past few weeks. I have an app idea, and if you've never met me before, I'll do a quick introduction. My name is Tara Reed, and I'm a tech entrepreneur. So I used to run marketing initiatives at Google, Foursquare, and Microsoft, and now I run my own tech companies. And I had this crazy idea for a new app, and I came up with the idea on Sunday. So that would have been what day of the week? I'm looking at my calendar on my phone real quick. I came up with the idea on, today is May 1st, so I came up with the idea on April 19th. And there's been some progress. I've been working on it though, even though I came up with it like 9 days ago, I've only been working on it for 5 days because I haven't worked on it every day. And that's why, like, this is real life. Like, I'm showing you the real process. When you guys launch your ideas, you may not have a chance to work on them every day, particularly if you have a full-time job, if you have stuff going on. So I also have a full-time job, and this is not my full-time job building this particular app. And so I had other things to do. So here's what I'm doing. I'm letting you in on my app building process. I'm letting you see the inside of all of it. And I want to just remind you what it is that we're building and why we're doing this together. Really, the reason I want to show you my app building process is so that you can, number one, see that it's possible for you to do the same exact thing. I'm not doing any magic here. I'm just clicking buttons on my computer. So I want you to see that it's also possible for you. And I also want you to get inside of my head of some of the psychology, some of the mindset that you need to be able to build a successful app and startup, right? I want you to see the tools I'm using and the tactics. I do want you to see all that. But I think more than anything, I also want you to see the mindset that you need. Has anyone been watching this series and you've been learning stuff about mindset, like what you need to be thinking about and how you need to be thinking in order to be successful with a product online? Let me know in the chat if that's been helpful for you, the mindset piece. As you're giving that feedback and letting me know in the chat, what I want to do is I want to show you the document that we have been using to work and to come up with a plan for this app, because I want to catch everyone up on what the app is and what we're working on. So let me share my screen. Okay, you should be able to see my screen here. So my app makes it easy for entrepreneurs to decide which online course they want to take by reading ratings and reviews. Right? And also it makes it easy for online coaches and course creators to advertise their course in a Yelp style directory so that they can get customers faster. You can see I wrote that down. That's what I'm working on and that's what I'm building. Now I have a set of initial customers who were interested. Before I did anything, remember this, we did this last week. Before I did anything, I went to go see if anybody would be interested in this, because I wanted to make sure, okay, am I going to use my time wisely building this thing? So what I did was I found a Facebook group of people who have online courses or are creating online courses. And I posted in the Facebook group, I said, anyone need help finding customers for your course? Drop your email on what you teach below if you're in. Hey y'all, my name is Tara Reed. I'm one of Danielle. This is particularly a group from one particular person who teaches course creation. So I'm one of Danielle's first course from scratch students. She helped me build my program, which now does over $1 million a year. I'm working on a new app that matches coaches and course creators with interested customers. Wondering if y'all would like to be part of it. Right now, I'm looking for people teaching entrepreneurship related skills. Drop your email and what you teach below if you're in, right? So I said some more things in here, but if you scroll down, you will see that 274 people commented on this post and were like, I'm interested, here's my email, talk to me, I wanted to check this out, right? Now at this point, I hadn't told them anything about price. I hadn't told them anything about how much it's gonna cost. We hadn't gone into all that. I hadn't shown them the app. In fact, I hadn't even started working on the app at this point. I had not started working on the app at all, right? I first wanted to see, is anyone interested? So I got lots of response and I was like, okay, this makes sense. I'm gonna move on. At the time it was 225. I can change this maybe to 274 now. So my paying customer for my app business, because I'm not just gonna create a cool app, I wanna create a business around the app. And my paying customer is going to be a course creator, someone who teaches something online. It could be anything, right? Anything business related. So then I started mapping out my business model. I wanted to have 2 tiers. So the first tier is a free tier, but what I did intentionally, and this is a mistake that a lot of you guys make, is you guys are creating a free tier and you're giving them everything that they want on the free tier. Stop doing that. Do not give them everything they want on the free tier. If you're going to have a free tier, you better take out 90% of what they want so that it makes sense to go to the paid tier. So for the free tier, and I actually changed this a little bit as I developed it. So this is a 1 to 2 month wait list, meaning that you can have your course listed on the app as long as you wait 1 to 2 months, right? You may or may not get an email blast to our users. That may or may not happen. But when you pay the one-time fee, and I also altered this to $129 at the time, you'll immediately get your course on the app. You'll appear in an email blast that we do for extra promotion. You can share coupon codes to encourage people to sign up. And you can see who's interested in your course. Get an email, a list of email addresses of people who said, I'm interested, please send me the coupon code, I wanna learn more, right? And then after I figured out my business model, and again, if you're just joining, I'm catching you up on what we have been doing in the past episodes of this series, because then I can catch you up on what just happened this week. It was crazy. So I pulled up a bunch of inspiration, things that I wanted to pull from. My goal here is not to build the world's most novel app that has completely new concepts that no one's ever heard of before. Usually those types of apps make no money because no one even knows what it is, and so they don't know how to value it or pay for it. Right? So the things that I like that I drew inspiration from, producthunt.com, betalist.com, udemy.com, yelp.com, and I thought of another one. Actually, Craigslist does this extremely well with their apartment listings. I own an apartment building and I post it on Craigslist and I pay them to put the posting at the top of their list of postings, right? Hey, April. So then after I figured out my inspiration, I wrote down my 3 most important actions, the 3 most important things that people need to be able to do in the app. So entrepreneurs need to be able to evaluate whether or not they want to sign up for a course, which means they need to read ratings and reviews for it. They need to be able to receive discounts on courses they're interested in, which means enter your email and get a coupon code. And for course creators, they need to be able to get leads for potential clients, right? Because that's why they're signing up and paying, because they want potential people in their course. For me, this whole thing sparked, and I think I told you this in our video number 1, this whole thing sparked because I was looking to learn about YouTube. I wanted to take a YouTube course and I couldn't find a good one. I didn't know, I found a couple, but I didn't know if they were good or bad. And so I was like, I wish there were ratings and reviews. It came from something I wanted for myself. All right. So then what we started to do is we started to sketch. Remember when we did all this? We sketched what the app would look like, all of that. And then we started building it in Glide. Let me show you what it looks like. And I'm actually going to come back to this because there's a couple changes I want to make in my app today based on some of the feedback that I received. But Glide is a tool that allows you to take a spreadsheet and instantly turn your spreadsheet into an app. So this is what I used to create my app and to get started on it. Now, mind you, I have not finished my app. There's still some tweaks I want to make to it. I've not published it to anyone, but I still already made some money, and I want to show you how I did that. So here we go. I've got a lot of apps in here. Scroll down. Okay, this is what we were working on. Give me a second. My computer's kind of slow lately. Okie dokie. Okay, so here is a tab where you can create your profile, right? So inside of the app, you create a profile. And when I click create a profile, I can put a profile photo, and I can also say what kinds of courses I'm interested in, right? And then I can go to the courses area, and I can see here a list of courses that are in the app, and I can click on one of them, for example, and I can see ratings and reviews for the course. I can click add a review to add my own review, and I can say, okay, I give it 4 stars. And I've already enrolled, and it was amazing. Here's what I learned. Right, so I can add my review. I also can say that I am interested in this course. And when I say I'm interested, I choose which course I'm interested in and say, can the instructor email you with discounts or more information? Yes, and submit. Right, so people can do different things on the pages of each of the courses, and then they can like a course. And then I've got one more section here with instructions on what to do if you want to add your course to this page. And I was originally going to get fancy here and allow people to automatically add their course, but I'm realizing that I don't even need to do any of that. Like, actually today I want to simplify some of the stuff in my app because it's not needed. But this is what we've done thus far in building the app. Now, if you recall, in our very last session, episode 4 of this, I wrote an email. And I wrote this email that I wanted to send out to people who had commented on this Facebook post, if it wants to load for us, this one. So I wrote an email that I was going to send to those people. And here's what it says. Hey, Justine, my name is Tara Reed, and I'm the CEO of Classy. That's the name that I chose for now. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but that's what I picked. Candace says, is this the free version of Glide? Yeah, I'm using the free version. I haven't paid for a thing. I have spent $0 thus far on this startup. $0 invested. My name is Tara Reid. I'm the CEO of Classy. My app makes it easy for course creators to find customers for their entrepreneurship-related courses. I wanted to follow up to the Facebook post I did in the Course from Scratch group. I know you're interested in getting help finding new clients. My app helps people learn about your course and see how the course will help them. There's 2 options for getting involved, the free way and the professional way. See how I did that? The professional way and the free way. See what I did there? You see that? I took a screenshot of the app that I had thus far, and this way I was not responsible for sending them a link because I wasn't done yet. I just took a screenshot of what I had thus far. And I said, I'll be accepting the first round of course creators to be listed in the app by May 1st. That is today. It costs $129 to have your app or advertised in the course. Is this something you're interested in? So remember, on Wednesday, we sent this email out. Remember, we hit send together? You guys remember that? So I want to tell you what happened from last time we talked to now. That was like the catch up, right? Somebody says, are there other successful strategies you've used to get your first customers besides Facebook groups? Yeah. So in my bootcamp program, I actually teach 3 different strategies to get customers, and you can choose. I recommend you do all 3 actually, but some of them will work better for you, and others will work better for other people. So it depends, right? Some of them use Facebook, some of them use LinkedIn, a bunch of different. So I actually will probably in this series go through some of the other strategies because I'm going to need more customers coming in pretty soon. And I also am going to need people to be not course creators, but people who want to check out the courses. So I'll probably show you a couple more marketing strategies as well, but I outline them really detailed in my bootcamp program. So here's what happened since I last sent. Let's see. Gmail wasn't able to send to one of the 192 people that I originally sent it to. That's okay. So of the 191 people that I sent emails to, wow, 138 opened the email. That's 72% open rate, which is really high. Like even I'm like, ooh, that's good. So he says, would you do a disclaimer in the app since you're also advertising courses? No, I wouldn't. I'm going to put both advertised and not advertised courses in the app. So it'll be a mix. But there'll be true ratings and reviews for all of them. So that'll help people in general. The ratings and reviews aren't biased. They're the actual ratings and reviews. Cool. Okay. Doc says, I'm so mad I came in on day 5. Well, you're here now. I just caught you up. I gave you like a quick catch up, and you can go back on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel or the Apps Without Code YouTube channel, you can see the past videos, past live streams. Okay, so 72% of people opened it, and let's see, 32% of people replied. So I want to just tell you guys very clearly, not everybody is going to reply. These are like, this is a high open rate and a high reply rate, given that these people already opted in. Now, I put a 3-part email sequence. So there was email 1, email 2, and email 3. Only email 1 has gone out. So I'm going to continue to follow up with the people who did not reply. And luckily, I don't have to do any of that work because that is what Mixmax does. The whole purpose of using Mixmax is that it follows up with people who haven't replied to you. What tool am I using now? So the tool that you see on the screen right now, this is Jasmine's question. The tool you see on the screen right now is mixmax.com. If someone wants to type that into the chat for me, but it's mixmax.com. This is the software I'm using to send the emails. Okay. All right. So lots of people replied. Let me show you what they said. Let me go to my email inbox. All right. So here we go. So let me just show you some examples of replies. The first reply I got as soon as I got off the live with you guys on day 4. As soon as I got off the live, this person replied and says, yes, sign me up, Tara. What do you need from me and how do I pay? Done. All right. This person, let's see what they said. Said, yes, yes, yes. Ready with the $129. Thank you, Tara. This person said, I'm interested in this right now. Let me know how to pay the $129. This person said, absolutely. What are the next steps? This person said, interested and ready to invest. Thanks for sharing. This person said, let me scroll up. He said, yes, indeed, I teach aspiring authors how to find their voice and write their story. If you think this would be a great fit, happy to pay the $129 now. Thanks for all you do. So here are the responses. There are no reviews yet. There is no app yet. There is no anything yet. And let me show you what I did. So here's what happened. I was emailing back and forth with a lot of these people, and there were really kind of like 3 or 4 different answers that or questions that people consistently had. There were like 3 or 4 consistent questions. So Jerry says that was part of the follow-up. There were 3 or 4 questions people consistently had. Here's what they were, and I kind of wrote them down for myself to make it easy to reply. And I want to show you guys like what I was saying, or when people said, I don't know about this, I'm just being really clear. So yeah. So Jason asked a question in the YouTube chat. Jason said, how long are the course creators in the directory? Is it one-time fee or yearly, etc.? So this was actually one of the really common questions I was getting. So by sending this email, I realized that there were a couple things I didn't explain in my original email that I should have. So I didn't know at the time, but now I know. So for example, let me just show you. Let me show you like somebody's question that they asked. Let Let me see if I can find one. These are my easy yeses. Let me go back to the other ones. Okay. So okay, here's a great example to show you. So this person says, like, I'll show you the back and forth. So this was the original email I sent to Julie. And Julie says, yes, thanks so much. But my original email was, I was asking which of the two options you want to do. Do you want to do the free option or the paid option? She didn't really answer my question. So I replied back and I said, okay, great. Which of the two options do you want to go with? And she replied and said, it depends. Is the app out yet? And this is the part where most of you fall apart. You get so scared and so freaked out and so like, I don't know what to do. Someone asked me if it's ready and it's not ready yet. So I got to quit. I got to stop. I don't know. Like, you guys freak out at this point. Don't freak out. Let me show you just how I responded. It was easy. Here's what I said. If I can scroll down. If it will let me scroll down, I will show you what I said. No. Oh, my computer is not playing along with this. Okay. Okay, so here's what I said. She said, it depends. Is the app out yet? And I said, I'm looking for courses to have in the app for when I launch it next week. Going to send out an email blast. Is this something you'd be interested in? Right? Then she said, thanks. I'm wondering if people would be interested. I said, yeah, I think that'd be a really good fit. And then she said, fantastic. Signed up this morning. Right? So there were lots of people who had objections. There were lots of people who were like, wait a minute, is it one time or is it multiple? They had questions or objections. And I just calmly answered. Sometimes you guys don't calmly answer. You freak out and you feel like you have to stop. I would say the number one thing in my bootcamp program, the number one thing that gets in people's way is that when people reply with some interest, they ghost, they freeze, they don't reply back. This is the number one place where people trip up. So just reply. Let me show you what some of these most common answers were, like when people said stuff. So there was a group of people who were like, yeah, I'm interested. Let's go. Like, they didn't have any questions. They were ready to go. They had no questions asked. They were ready. So I said, okay, great. You can pay the one-time fee here today or tomorrow. It's the deadline to sign up. Also, email me back with the following so I can set you up in the app. Name of your course, description of your course, website, course discount code. See my original email to see how your page will look on the app. Because remember, I did that screenshot, right? Okay, I can't see whose name it is, but somebody on Facebook says, how are they paying now without the app done? Yeah. So let me show you what I did. I don't have a company set up for this app. I don't have I don't have any way for people to pay. I didn't have anything. So here's what I did. PayPal has a service. If you go to paypal.com/me, paypal.com/me, that allows you to create your own very quick payment link where people can send you money, right? Jason says, a side question you can answer at the end. How do you like or why do you use Front versus G Suite? I use Front because I have a whole team of employees and we share an inbox for helping our students. That's why I like Front. It's like a shared email inbox. Jerry says, how long did you take to respond to an email? I sent the emails out on, you were with me when I sent the emails out. I sent the emails out on Wednesday night and I replied to all of them by Thursday night. Less than 24 hours. If people are ready to give you money, reply immediately with a link to pay. I cannot hammer this hard enough. Okay, so let me show you how I replied with a link to pay. I went to paypal.com/me and I signed up for a new PayPal/me account. And when you do that, you get a custom link. So I created one, and it's paypal.com/me/classy app. And literally oh wait, no, maybe that's not the link. Let me double check that's the link. It is PayPal. Yeah, that's right. Oh, PayPal.me. Sorry. PayPal.me/classy app. This is what I did. It took me a total of 5 minutes. 5 minutes to sign up and create my payment link. And then in the payment link, if I just put at the end how much it costs /129, then it automatically puts 129 in here. Took 5 minutes to set this up. I set it up with my email and my name. That's it. Jason says you could also use Cash App too. Yep. I was just trying to make it really easy, simple, and straightforward for myself. Right? That's it. That's it. Okay. The other thing I did, you see there's a little logo in here. It's not a beautiful logo, but there's a logo in here. And what I did was I took no more than 10 minutes to create my logo. Again, you guys get caught up in all of the extra stuff. You get caught up in all of it. I went to taylorbrands.com, taylorbrands.com, and created a logo in a few minutes, right? Really quickly. So I threw that together and I sent people the link. That's how I got payments. And yes, before the app existed, before anything was ready, I told them I'm going to include you in the release of the first app. You'll be included when the app goes live. So now they're not asking me, but can I see the app first? They know that there's not an app. I was just straightforward about it. Does that make sense? Some of you guys back yourself into a corner the way you word things where you're like, yeah, the app's done. And then they're like, can I see it? And you're like, oh no, it's not done. Or you're like, yeah, the app is, here's the app, use it, right? I just went to PayPal. I was very clear up front and straight with them that they'll be included in the initial release. And I didn't panic, I just replied. But here are some common responses. So some people were like, yep, I'm ready. Other people said, there were a good number of people who said, okay, I'm interested, but my course isn't ready yet. I'm not finished with it, because remember, I posted originally in a Facebook group of people who were just launching their courses for the first time. So a lot of people said, oh no, it's not ready yet. Now I could have said, okay, no worries. I'll let you do the free option and then you can, sign up later. I didn't say that. What I said was this. Okay, perfect. I'm actually talking to some other folks who are using the app to get a wait list of customers before the course is launched. Is that something you'd like to do? If so, I can send you the link to pay and sign you up and get you locked in by tomorrow. Kindly let me know if that works, right? Some of you guys wimp out. You're not ready to do your sales. You're not ready to do one extra push that's going to get you the money, right? Don't wimp out on it. Just give them one other option that they're not seeing. Let me give you an example of, I want to show you this one person who I said this to. Here we go. Here's it with Pat. Pat said was a little unsure. I responded with why Pat should sign up. And Pat said, Tara, clearly you're pushing me out of my comfort zone, but here it is. Let me know what I need to change, right? I'm helping her get the push to do it. That's not a bad thing, guys. Some of you guys are scared to have a follow-up and explain to people why they should sign up. Don't do that, right? I think that is the most important thing I wanted to show you. Oh, and then there's one more common response. A lot of people asked what Jimmy asked me in the chat, which is like, is this a one-time fee? Is it monthly? How does that work? So I realized I should have clarified that at the beginning. But what I said was, oh, great question. Yes, it's a one-time fee. Once you sign up, your course will always be listed in the app. But if you want extra marketing boosts down the road, you can pay the one-time fee again for us to boost your course to the top of the app. Does that make sense? Let me know and I'll give you the next steps to get signed up. Notice that I always end with a prompt to let me know if you're ready for the next step. I don't leave it hanging. I'm clear about what's next, right? This is not hard for you guys to do. Just be a little bit more confident in your responses. Now, I don't know if this is going to work or not. I didn't know if anyone was going to pay me or not, right? I've just put on my confidence hat for a second to reply to these emails, and you guys can do that same thing, right? Okay. All right. Is this helpful to see how I responded to people? Let me know in the chat if that was helpful to see, like when people pushed back and like, ooh, I'm not sure what I said to them. Some people also said, can you give me more information about it? And I just gave them a little bit of blurb of how that'll work. Now, mind you, when I was coming up with these blurbs, I didn't go do a ton of research on how it would work. I didn't ponder on it for a long time. I just made it up as I was writing. It's my app. I get to decide how it works. Okay. Tara, can you add a button for the customers to share on social media like Facebook? Yeah, I definitely can. Jason says classy is actually not a bad name. I kind of like it. It hasn't fully grown on me yet, but I don't have a better alternative. So, you know. All right. Okay. Good. I'm glad this is helpful, guys. All right. Good. Okay. So can I show you what happened? Can I show you what happened as a result of these emails? Y'all want to see this? Anyone want to see? As a business owner, it's very helpful. Yeah, like this applies to all kinds of businesses, right? Do any of the no-code app softwares you teach allow for connecting and communicating to a physical device like a watch or something? Yeah, some of them allow you to connect via API to a physical device. Yeah. What would you do with the money? Ooh, great question. I'm getting ready to tell you in a minute. Okay. Lauren says, show me the money, Tara. I just want to see the money. Okay. Can I show you my PayPal account thus far? Okay. Oh, wait. I think I got to log in. Let me unshare for a second so you don't see my password. Hold on. Oh, geez. All right, hold on. They're giving me like a I'm not a robot security challenge. Here, I'll share it back so you can see. All right, you guys can help me confirm I'm not a robot. Traffic lights. I always get these wrong. I have to do another one. Okay, I think I'm in. This is my PayPal balance right here. You guys see this? $2,000.59. Pretty good for day 5 of working on this with no launch, with no app even finished yet, right? I'll take that. The biggest thing that I learned here, Lauren says, woohoo, yeah, I'm excited. The biggest thing that I learned is that my price was way too low. Like, I need to raise the price for this thing. Absolutely need to raise the price for this thing. My price was way too low. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the chat what you think about this. This is where we are. Jason says, girl, shut your mouth. Yeah. So I'm trying to show y'all it doesn't have to be that hard. It does not have to be that hard. It doesn't. I think that this is like PayPal takes a little percentage of the money, but I think this is like 16 people who signed up, right? Lauren was like, I was thinking that raise the price. Yeah, I do need to raise the price. And here's why, right? So I think I had 16 people at, is that right? Maybe something like that. 16 people at $129. And that's cool. Let me go back to my document for a second and take some notes on pricing, because I don't think that my price makes sense as is. I think I went way too low, to be honest with you guys. I still want to keep the free tier, but I think I need a higher tier. And it depends on who it's an intro price. You can always raise it. How do you know the price is too low? Because I got too many signups too fast. It was too easy. Let me show you also some quick math here. So, not how you spell pricing. So just really quickly, people were willing to pay this. This was the fact that a handful of people responded with no questions and just said yes immediately tells me that the price was too low, right? It just tells me the price was way too low. Now, let me tell you something about this before I go into the math. The price is too low or too high depending on who I go after as my customer. And this is what you guys, you actually, I'm going to come back to this in a second because I want to make this clear about this piece. But let me just do the math and I'll come back to this. So the original price I had was $129. I had 16 people. All right, 129 times 16. So it's about approximately 2,064 minus a little bit of PayPal fees. Now, if I had, let's say, almost doubled the price, like I'm thinking I should maybe try something more like, well, actually, what price do you think I should do? What do you think would be a better price? Let me know in the chat what you think I should raise the price to. By the way, I'm not going to raise the price for the people who already paid. They're locked in. I'm just going to leave people in there. G says, no, it doesn't. It shows the price is just right. I disagree. I think I should charge more. I think that I would still get those same people to say yes. And here's the quick math on this. Doc says 300. Colin says, Tara, don't you think you got signups quickly because of who you are, reputation? No, because I do this all the time in industries that I have no reputation in. In art, I did it to begin with, a bunch of other industries. So no, most of these people don't know who I am. $399. Yeah, some of you guys are saying like $300 range. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. I even think that it depends on who my customer is. So I actually have like two prices in mind. And here's where, this is, okay, how do I go into this in a concise way? For those of you who are in my bootcamp program, in my 8-week bootcamp training program, you already know this concept of the 3 different paths that you can go on to be successful. You can have a really cheap app, you can have like a mid-tier price app, and you can have a more premium price app. And the way you choose is kind of based on how much work you want to do, right? If you have a lower price, you need to have a lot of customers, right? A lot of customers to do all this. So, okay, I'm seeing lots of people in like the $350, $399, $400. Let's say it was like, let's just put it at $399 for a second. And let's say that at that high price, only half of the people who signed up before actually signed up, right? Teresa says, find other ways to monetize it before it takes off. No, I don't want to do that. That's too much work. A bunch of different ways to monetize? No, I want this to be easy work for me and easy money. So I want to find like one simple way to do this. One simple way. But I think I'm going to increase price. So let's see. If I had, let me just do the math real quick. If only 8 people, or let's say if only like 10 of these 16 people had gone for this price, that's probably more realistic. So let's say if I raise the price, I lose some people, right? It's okay if I lose some people. If I lose some people, this puts me at almost $4,000 here. So just by raising the price, because not all those people will say no to it, right? So here's the other thing. Depending on who I go after as my customer, the price changes. I think that this like $300 plan is probably good for the people who I'm talking to. They're kind of beginning course creators. But if someone has a more large course, like someone like myself, for example, this would be like a marketing tool, right? I personally spend $40,000 a month on advertising. So the price, even if I personally saw this, that $129 price, I wouldn't even do it at all because I'd be like, oh, there must be something wrong with it because it's so cheap. So I think that I could even have like $1,000 price point depending on the size of your course. But let's go with this $399 for now, right? I'm gonna up this price. So for people in the future, I'm gonna try that $399 and see how it goes. And look, if it doesn't work, I just put it somewhere in between, right? I don't have to stress out about this. But I don't want to have a bajillion different ways to monetize. I don't want a bunch of different tiers. I'm trying to create something that's simple for myself. Doug says work smarter, not harder. Yeah, like there's no reason to. And even if it was automated, I still would want a simple business model. I still would want to. Have you ever been on a website that has like a complex pricing and it's like it costs this amount if you do this, but if you do this and add this together, then it's this amount. And then you do this, this, and this, it costs this amount. Have you ever seen that? All right. Megan says it's better to start lower than raise your prices as you go. No, in fact, you want to start as like high as you can, and then it's easier to go backwards, right? I want to see what is the highest I can go and still get people. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, that is my personal strategy here. And this is where we'll go into this more if you want to do my app coaching program. You have to choose what kind of business you want. If you want a high volume business where you are answering emails for lots of customers all day long and all of that, and you want to be doing that with lots and lots and lots of customers, then you can price it lower, right? I personally, like, a lot of customers is cool, but like too many is like stressful. So what I want to also tell you guys is this. Depending on who I go after as my customer, there are people who are online course coaches and people who teach who would not pay any money for this. They would not pay anything, right? And you guys know, like, we all know that person who's just like the ultra cheapo, they won't pay for anything. You guys know somebody like that? Like, have somebody in your family or friends that just like, they refuse to pay for anything at all in general, right? So let's see if I can show you this. I just want to point out that a lot of you guys are going after broke customers. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. I'm being dramatic when I say that. But you're either going after customers who don't have any money, or you're going after customers who do not have a proven track record of spending money on themselves or their business, right? For this type of thing, right? So let me give you an example. Let's say that you're trying to build a dating app, right? The majority of people are not going to spend any money on your dating app. They'll expect it to be free. But there are people who are spending money on that type of thing. There are people who hire matchmakers and matchmaking services and more premium experiences, right? Those types of people are your customers. Stop trying to go after broke customers. The reason this worked, the number one reason this worked, the number one reason is because before I even came to you guys with the idea, I sort of filtered the idea in my brain. And the number one question I was asking myself is, do my customers, course creators, have a proven track record of paying money to advertise themselves? Which is what my app does just broadly. So my question to you is, do your customers have a proven track record of spending money on whatever it is that you do, right? If the answer is no, then you need to get more specific, right? Because my answer could be no, right? I could say, like, somebody who's just beginning in coaching has no idea what they're doing, they're probably not going to pay, right? The majority of online coaches and course creators are not going to pay me. Right? So then I have to go find the ones that will, which are going to be a little bit further along in their career journey. So stop going after broke customers. I just want to like hammer that in, because that is another really big place where you guys, you miss the point because you're trying to go after really broke customers. Now, there are some things you can do. Like, let's say that you want to build an app for homeless people, right? If you want to do that, go find a well-funded nonprofit that has lots of money in their budget to help homeless folks and license your app to them, right? So that they can have all of their community use it. So you can still find ways to do this, right? But you have to find a target audience that has a proven track record of paying for whatever in general you're offering them, not in your app specifically, but in general. Does that make sense? Okay, just ask yourself that. Let me look at my notes here of other things I wanted to talk to you about. That's logic. Yeah. The other thing I want to point out is that in order to get the 16 people to say yes, I had to message almost 200. Some of you guys are having a hard time because you're not talking to enough people, right? In order to get that 16, I had to talk to a bunch, and reach out to a bunch. So some of you guys, your quantity numbers are just too low in terms of who you're talking to and your persistence. Now, I currently have, oh, wrong tab. Stay logged in. $2,000 in my bank account for this business. And I need to figure out what I'm going to do with it. What do you guys think I should do with it? Let me know in the chat what you think I should do to invest in my business next. What should I do next? What should I do to invest in my business next? What should I spend money on next? Spend some of this money on. Because thus far, I've invested $0 in and gotten $2,000 out. Colin says marketing. Candace says, did you tell us what the other 2 channels are that you use to find customers? No, I didn't. So if I gave you 100% of all the information that I give to my bootcamp students, that wouldn't be fair to them. But if you want to send me an email, Candace, then I can jump you into bootcamp and give you the link so that you can jump in and actually see all the tactics and all the lessons in the whole process. Cool. Are you building your mobile app first to simplify and have proof of concept, then you're going to build a website? If so, will they have to pay an additional fee? No, I'm going to build a web app. It'll just be all one thing. Okay, some people said Facebook ads. Hire people to find groups and post the email. Upgrade to Glide. You have to pay Glide. Yep. Anything else? Any other ideas? What I should spend some of my money on to invest in the business? Right now, I'm not going to take out any money out of the pot yet. I'm going to use that $2,000 to grow the $2,000 some more. Okay. And that will be true for you too. You likely won't start paying yourself immediately. You'll make a little bit of money and invest it back in to make some more money, to invest it back in to make some more money, and then you can start going. Make sure your support channels are intact. Yeah. If you're looking for other videos that I've done prior to this, if you just go to my YouTube channel and click on videos, you'll see them. Okay, so there's really 2 things I'd like to spend this money on. One is I will likely go to Glide and upgrade my Glide account, because if I don't, then Glide's going to put their branding all on it, and it's just a nice to have for me. I don't have to do it, but it's a nice to have. It's $29 a month. I can afford that now because I have some money in the pot. So now I'll pay Glide their $29 a month to have some more premium features in the software, right? Now, the other thing I need to do is I need to, of course, now go finish up my app, share it with people, and I need to actually, oh yeah, Teresa, you're right. I did pay my VA, so that's true. I didn't put $0 in. I put like $18 in for her to get all the email addresses, maybe $9 for her to put all those email addresses together. So yes, I put in $10, got $2,000 out. Okay, so the other thing is that I'm gonna need to now, the next most important thing is this. I need to figure out if people are, Teresa said Glide should pay you. I need to figure out if people are, or the course creators, people who paid, if they feel like it was worth their money, right? I need to make sure I can deliver interested customers to them. So the biggest thing that I need to do is I need to go find people who are interested in courses, bring them to this app, and get them interested so that the people who paid feel like it was worth it and want to come back and pay again, right? The other thing I'm curious about is whether or not people would be willing to do this on a monthly subscription basis. We were talking about it should be one time or monthly. Right now it's one time, but if I can deliver for these course creators very well, then maybe they'll want to do it monthly. So those are the big 2 hairy questions in my head. It's like, how do I get people to come to the app to say that they're interested in courses to make it worthwhile? And will the course creators want to come back again to advertise again? Those are the big questions that I have. Now, in order to do that, I need to go do some marketing work again. I need to first take all of the people who said yes and put their information into the app. Notice how I made it really simple for myself. I told them, just email me with your information, your course name and all that. Just email it to me. I'll put it in there for you, right? So I want to get everything loaded up, and then I want to launch the app, and I want to start promoting it in places in Facebook groups for people to see so that I can drive traffic to my app, right? Those are the things I need to do. Now, I would like at this point to hire someone to help me, right? Because I've got my 9-to-5 job, I've got other things going on, so I want to get some help. Right now, I'm a one-person shop, so I'd like to get some additional help. So what I'm going to use the majority of this money for, wrong tab. The majority of this money for is I'm going to go hire someone in my bootcamp program to work with me to help me continue marketing this app, to load all of the apps that people signed up for, people paid, to load them all into the app, get it all formatted, and then to go get people to come and see the app and help me launch it. That's what my focus is, and that's what I'm going to spend my money on. Now, the types of things, like if I want to write a quick job description for that person, and by the way, you guys can do the same thing. This is how you set a business up where you're not completely overwhelmed by it. If you're like, I don't have time, I have a 9-to-5 job, do what I did. Take 1 week of working on it to make some money. Now you have money to hire someone to help you. Easy. Okay. So the job description is essentially to help me with a couple things. Number one, upload, well, if it'll let me type, info for paid customers. That's one thing I need them to do. The other thing I need them to do is marketing for users, like the regular users. And that would be posting and finding and posting in Facebook groups. Now I'm going to actually post a link to the app because I'm looking for people who want to go log into it. In Facebook groups. And what else? What are the things that we can do? Let's see. Maybe even partnerships with other brands where I think customers might be. They can do some cold emails. And this is where, for those of you who are asking, what are the other marketing tactics? I'm telling you some of them right now. Cold emails via LinkedIn. For example, I'm looking for entrepreneurs, so an online entrepreneur, so I can go find entrepreneurs, bloggers, people like that on LinkedIn and send them a message saying, hey, there's this cool app. You want to find resources for your business, right? It says your VA can't do that. My VA can do this. I usually like to give these sorts of opportunities to people who are in my bootcamp program. I like to hire as many people in my bootcamp program as possible so that they have extra money to help them support themselves in their entrepreneurial endeavors. I think that's about it for now. Maybe eventually I can add some paid advertising, but I'm not going to do that yet. That's like down the road. Like a Facebook ad or something like that later. Now, the third and final thing that would be part of their job would be marketing for more course creators, right? Which would be, wow, if my thing would let me type. And that would be, same things, posting in these groups, all this stuff. You do all these same things. The same things you do to find one side, you just find the other side in this scenario. And then responding to emails. Okay. So there we go. So now what I'm going to do is let me answer questions first. Jason says, I'd love to partner with you on this. I've had a similar idea. Very cool. I'm going to open this up primarily to my bootcamp students first, and then if none of them are interested, then I will look, externally too. So look out for that. Other questions? I can't see who this is. Trends of Truth says, can you please send me the link to bootcamp to do the bootcamp? Yeah, let me send you the link right now. Oh, wait, let me give you the link that has the discount code on it, though. Hold on a second. Let me give you the discount link. There we go. I just posted that into the chat. Other question. What email website did you use for the email tracking thing? It's called Mixmax, M-I-X-M-A-X. That was what I used to send out those emails. Vanita says, if you decide not to move forward with the app, do you go back and email people, letting them know they're interested and let them know? Yeah, I just say like, hey, thanks so much for supporting. I just want to let you know that we're not going to be moving forward with the app. I'm going to be going in a different direction. I've refunded your money. Yeah, absolutely. I have no problem with that. How do we test your app? As soon as I get this finished and polished up, I'll send it to you guys so that you guys can test it and check it out too. Cool. Other questions? Anything else? All right, so just to close this out, what I'm going to focus on next is going to find someone to help me with the next steps. Can I do it myself? Yes, absolutely, of course. But working on a startup is always so much more fun if you have someone to help you with it. And so I'm going to use, because I have a little bit of resources in the pot now, I'm going to use that to go find someone to help me with the next steps. So we'll come back next week. Now, let me just say one more thing. If you didn't know where to go to hire someone to help you, where I would recommend you go is this website called AngelList. AngelList, maybe they're .co, not .com. Hold on. Yeah, angel.co. And AngelList is a humongous startup community where there are jobs and there are all kinds of things going on here. So if I click find startup jobs, I can post for free a startup job. Let's see, I think I already have an account. I can post for free a startup job and it will promote it for me and get people to apply to my startup job. So I'm gonna post it maybe here and then also to my community as well. Do you work with individuals on your own app ideas in the bootcamp? Yeah, so we haven't really talked about bootcamp. The whole purpose of bootcamp is for me to help you with your app idea. So what I'm doing right now is I'm showing you my app idea, but in bootcamp, it's all about your app idea. Specifically, what we do is we step by step, I teach you how to build your exact app idea with one of 5 software tools. I'm happening to show you Glide here, but in my bootcamp, that's the best place to learn more about, for example, Glide or any of the other tools, and exactly what you need to do in Glide to figure out exactly how to build your app, your specific idea, and how to make money from your specific idea. So bootcamp is all about your idea. Was the Facebook post the only way you validated customer demand for this app idea? Yeah, Facebook post was the only way I did it. And I could have done, if the Facebook post didn't work that well, then I would have gone in a different direction. People who post jobs on AngelList have no money to pay people. Well, I only got $2,000, so that's perfect for me, right? It's perfect. I will tell you, I have found my top employees on AngelList that I pay well. And so I don't think that's true. I think that it depends on the company. I think there's all kinds of things, but AngelList is where you want to go if you want to start working at a startup that's very small. So there are small startups that are getting started, and many of them who are on AngelList. If for a lot of people, that's what they want. They're trying to find their footing in tech, and they want to start working at a tech company. So it's perfect for them. Facebook is costing me money. I can't create an account. They rejected and closed all my accounts. Are you talking about accounts or are you talking about advertising? I'm not sure what you mean here. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to pause here. I wanted to show you the results of sending out those emails, making that $2,000, starting to get people jumping in. So what I'm going to do as the next step is I'm going to polish up, just finish up a few things on my Glide app, and I'm going to be ready to go to load up all of my paid customers, my 16 paid customers, and get going. All right? Okay, so I will see you guys next for the next part of this series. For the next part, I will see you on Wednesday of next week. A couple more questions before I go. Hey, Tara, I was unable to participate in these series. How do I catch up? when do you have your next boot camp and how much does it cost? So if you want to catch up on the video series that I've been doing, just go to YouTube and type in Apps Without Code. So go to the Apps Without Code YouTube page and click on videos and you'll see them all the past videos. What software are you using to show your screen? I am using a software called StreamYard, StreamYard.com. And StreamYard is allowing me to go live on YouTube, Facebook, inside of my Facebook group for my boot campers, and on Twitter all at once. And share my screen. Other questions? So if you're interested in doing boot camp, I do have enrollment. I have a few slots that are open right now. So I'll put in the link in the chat if you're interested, but the link is join.appswithoutcode. Actually, here's what's easier. Just send me an email. I'll give you both though. Join.appswithoutcode.com so you can see all the details for boot camp. Usually it will cost you like $10,000 plus to get an app built for you. Boot camp is $1,900. And you can also send me an email. I'm gonna put my email in the chat. It's tara@appswithoutcode.com. So happy to answer any questions that you guys have. So Tara, not to get too detailed, but since Classy isn't real yet, what's your take on creating a doing business as entity or business entity to make sure everything's buttoned up? To be honest, I'm not worried about it yet. Probably like after I make after I have like my next round of customers, I'll probably set up a formal business, but like I'm not really worried about it right now. I'll just transact as an individual. That is not the advice a lawyer would give you. They would say like, before you finish coming up with your idea, go formally set up the business. But like, I don't have time for that. I'm trying to make sure as an entrepreneur that like this is moving and I've got some momentum on it. So I'm more focused on that for now. Other questions? I don't have a referral link for StreamYard. Just go there on the website, y'all. I don't need to make money from it. I just want to give you the tools. Other questions? Okay, somebody said I emailed about bootcamp. I have some questions. Yeah, let me check my email inbox when we jump off of here and I'll get back to you. I haven't checked all my emails today. Cool. Other questions. Is bootcamp videos at your own pace or live with the cohort? Both, actually. So there's a handful of the videos that walk you through that are at your own pace. However, in addition to that, we have live class every Tuesday evening. So on Tuesday evening, you come to class, you can share your screen, you can talk to other boot campers, get feedback, talk to your coach. So it's both. It's both. Other questions. Rita says, I just got on. Did you get any customers to pay? Yes, I made $2,000. I may have missed it. How much did you make from the app launch? Thanks for exposing your, wait, I lost it. It went away. Here, another path to entrepreneurship. I made $2,000. Let me show you my PayPal account again for those of you who missed it and just joining. And you can watch the replay too on this same link. Here's my PayPal account balance thus far. And I decided I'm going to raise the price because it was too easy. Okay, other questions. Tabitha says, I will be here on Wednesday with the bells on. Yeah, I'm going to not do Monday and Tuesday because I've got other stuff to do and students to coach and all kinds of other stuff. But I will be back. How long did you use the new hire? I haven't hired anyone yet. And how long? I'm not sure I understand what your question is. How long is the new hire? Candy says, are you the coach? Yes, I am the core coach for bootcamp. I also have a team of 6 other coaches to make sure that you are supported and have what you need. Leo says, 1,900 is great for bootcamp compared to 20K for a developer to take 6 months. Yeah, it takes a long time, or usually it's hard for most of the folks that I work with to be able to communicate what they need to a developer in the developer's language. Like all of that is really tough. Do you fire the new hire once the app is done? No, my hope is that this will be its own business that lasts for the next 10 years. And the person I hire will become the VP of marketing or the chief marketing officer or whatever for that company. So no, like I don't want to like the app's done and then I never do anything ever again. No. Okay, other questions. If I missed anyone, I didn't do it on purpose. It's because my scrolling through is not great. Okay, so if you have any questions, somebody said, can you refund? Yeah, I have a 7-day refund policy. So if you don't like it, I'm happy to give you your money back. Wouldn't you put this under the Tara Reid brand portfolio instead of the new company? No, this is the company. I don't need to be all up in it. It doesn't need to be my brand. I want it to be its own brand. I have multiple companies that are their own brands. Cool. Okay. All right. I'm going to jump off. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Please send me an email. Give me a second to get back to you, and we'll talk soon. Doc says, are you launching in the Play Store, the Apple Store? Not for this app right now. It's a distraction. Doesn't make any difference in my money. I'm going to launch it as a web app. I missed your last question. Can you repeat it? I'm sorry I missed it. If your app needs to be fancy, then yes, you may need to make custom code. But if your app stays within the bounds the tool provides, then no. I think that's true to some extent, right? Like we know that you can build augmented reality apps without code. But I think the important part here is, and if you noticed what I did 2 days ago or 2 sessions ago, there were all kinds of fancy things that I wanted to add to my app. And I intentionally took them out so that I could get to the money faster. I'm going to add the fancy stuff later on. There's no reason to make it extra fancy right now when that's not going to make any difference in your bottom line. That's a big distraction. And it is a way that a lot of people who are very technical minded, they're very eager to add all the bells and whistles, which are going to make no difference to your customer and to your money, right? We want to build app businesses, not just cool apps, app businesses. They have to go hand in hand for this to work. So do you give your new hire login credentials to log into Facebook and other apps? No, I'll probably have them post as themselves. Yeah. Cool. All right. We've got Jimmy in here doing some marketing. I see you, Jimmy. I see you doing your thing. Cool. Okay. If I missed your question, shoot me an email. I'll put one more time my email into the chat. Here we go. Do you have to pay for the app to be in the Apple and Android store? Yes, you do. You have to pay an extra fee. I'm not interested in any extra fees right now, so I'm not going to pay them. I'm going to create a web app. It'll work exactly like it would if it were in the App Store, so there's no reason for me to go through that extra hoop here. The editing process is so important. The editing process is so important. Edit out the stuff that you don't need. It is so easy to get distracted. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted by extra stuff. The Google Store is not free. They do charge a one-time fee. Apple charges a monthly fee. Was it easier to get payers than you thought? Yes and no. I knew that people would pay because I thought about my target audience. And I wouldn't have pursued the idea if I didn't know anything about my target audience and didn't think they would pay. But I did not think that so many of them would pay. Cool. Okay. All right. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.